Alright.
Okay, my name's Portia. Marion.
Chris.
Zach.
John.
Kristen.
Ben. Brandon.
Hi, I'm Marilyn. Alright, this is my speech about the oil spill. It's like, can you imagine losing something close to you? Something you cannot live without. I can. I am, will always be deeply in love with the ocean. When I'm at the beach, I'm the happiest person in the world, and I lose all my worries when I'm there. So when I heard about the oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico, it felt as if my heart had just been ripped out of my chest. It was just so sad to see something so beautiful get so ruined. Get ruined by someone's mistakes. I'm here today to ask for your help in saving and cleaning up our Gulf. But before I get into the ways and how you can help us out, I would like to tell you about how the oil spill happened. Okay. On April 20th, 2010, approximately 9:56 p.m., a huge explosion occurred at the Deepwater Horizon drilling rig. There were 98 survivors, 17 injured, 11 killed. I found out an interesting fact about the Deepwater Horizon oil rig on LATimes.com. The interesting fact was that the oil rig was in very bad shape before the explosion happened, and they actually have proven facts about it being repaired before the explosion happened, very prior to it. The guy was actually there when the explosion occurred. And it was within the year they were supposed to get an overhaul fixed on the rig. After the explosion on the rig, it basically burned down and sank all the way to the ocean, which occurred the massive oil overflow into the Gulf. The first spill was estimated to be 1,000 barrels of oil. 8 days after the explosion, government officials said that there was only one leak in the well. There was 3 leaks, which now not causing it to leak 1,000 barrels a day, it is actually leaking 5,000 barrels a day. And this is actually on April 20th, 2008. The first time it hit land was in Louisiana, which Louisiana wasn't that far, it's only 80 miles away from the oil rig. By mid-May, the oil had reached the loop current that steers the Gulf towards Florida, which basically goes down like this, and which caused the little tar balls, which you can see on the news now. They find it on the beaches, that's mainly in like upper Florida. They find little tar balls and what is called oil mousses, which has reached Florida, Alabama, and Mississippi. On June 15th, the oil was actually leaking 60,000 barrels, causing the oil spill to be the worst oil spill in the history of the United States of America. After a series of failed attempts to plug up the oil, BP said on June 15th that the leak was capped temporarily, making it the first time in 86 days that they stopped the oil from gushing out of the well. Another interesting fact that I got off the New York Times website was that more than a decade ago, federal regulators warned offshore rig operators that they needed to install a backup system to control the blowout preventers, which exactly what happened to this oil rig. Their blowout preventer did not work, which they knew about before it all happened. If only the oil rig had started the backup system, the oil probably would have not leaked into our ocean and ruined our ocean life. NOAA website talked about how the oil spill affected 5 different species of sea turtles, and within those 5 species, 4 of them are already considered endangered, and the other one is basically on the verge of being extinct. Out of all those, 322 sea turtles have been found and collected. 37 of them, which were found, were covered in oil. They were all dead from the oil. And they don't know the exact amount because they really just don't float to shore. They just float out in the ocean, so there could be others just floating out there, covered in oil, and we don't know yet. Other sea life, like the Atlantic tarpon, which is an important sport in Florida, the fishing sport, would mainly spawn in our summer in our Gulf, but right now where they usually spawn is being covered by all the oil. By mid-June, over 1,000 sea animals collected along the Gulf Coast in hopes to find safety or find a safe place to die, which is really sad if you think about it. On the same website, the New York Times, I found an approximate, not a real amount, of how many animals they found so far dead. There have been 1,866, 59 dolphins, and 1 sperm whale. If we do not start acting now, what are we going to do? We're going to not, like, if we don't start doing something now, we're not going to have any ocean life left in our Gulf, which is what basically this side of Florida lives off of, is our Gulf. According to the CNN website, there are a number of organizations out there looking and recruiting volunteers to help out in the oil spill. There's a local one in Florida actually called, Save Our Seabirds, that they're looking for people to help them support their group as they respond to basically help out all the seabirds in the area, clean them up and stuff. And I actually saw pictures of the pelicans and they were drenched in oil. Another way, if you don't have time to volunteer, like me myself, really don't have time to go out there and volunteer, but you can always donate money. And there is a website called Kill the Spill that you can actually start donating money. And they actually have a certain amount they're trying to reach. They have like a countdown for it. I want to say it's maybe, I don't know, I think right now it's at 20,000. They're trying to make it look pretty close to a million, if anything. We all gotta start helping out our neighbors with certain cleanups, so I say just take over and start helping clean. Let's like go down to the beach, which we have one 20 feet away, or drive up to Justin, Florida, which I know they're getting hit really bad right now. It's a long drive, but take a weekend off and just help some people live. Imagine living here and the oil actually hit us. Our beaches would be ruined. That's what we're all in. My job would be ruined. I work right off the beach. Well, we all have a passion for something, and my passion has been actually killed with 1,000 gallons of oil. And every day it gets killed even more because now it's spreading. And currently, right now, there is a hurricane that may hit the spill, and they don't know what the hurricane will do to them. So I asked you please to help out in saving our beautiful Gulf by helping volunteer or give some cash.